Alright, at the Sideshow Freak forum, I saw a couple of photos of this Adam West Batman. Someone did a custom to it, and basically I tried to replicate that same custom job that person did. Basically, all he did, well, I'm not sure what else he did, but all I did was give him fabric clothing to cover up all his joints. Alright, with the cape pulled back, you could clearly see he's wearing a suit. And I think it made him 10 times better than what NECA did initially, with all the joints, all the articulation points exposed. It wasn't pleasing at all to the eyes. I think with the fabric on, you could definitely see his the muscle structures and the build of his the thighs look really nice actually, how they're shaped, and even the kneecaps. Yeah, the rib cage you clearly see, and the only thing I'm missing right now is the bat symbol. Most likely I'm gonna try to maybe create it in Photoshop and then just print it out and stick it onto the fabric itself. But yeah, all the articulation points still functional. It's basically a shirt over the body and two stockings for the legs. What I did initially is first you will want to do is well, take off the belt, and I didn't. I just slide it off. It is quite hard to slide it over his waist and legs and stuff, but it is technically possible. You might need to soften up the rubber with the hair dryer a little bit, so it's more manageable, and then you could slide the whole thing off. Same thing with the pants, with the Speedo. You could also slide it off, but it's actually harder to slide that off than it is the belt. And again, hair dryer would soften up the plastic a little bit, the rubber, and you could slide the whole thing off. And then with the shoes, they are created. This whole portion is one section, and this is a separate piece. So they're just glued onto. They're glue on together. So you could use hot water, soften up the plastic, or hair dryer, but for this section I prefer using hot water. So I soften up with hot water and then just pried it open, and was able to take the boots off. Same thing with this side, and you don't even have to take the legs off either. You could just keep it as is. And then these the gloves, they're just pegged on. You could pull that out easily. Same thing with this side. And then you would have to take the head off as well. And it's just a ball joint. You could take it off base of the neck. There's a ball joint. You could just pop that off, take the cape off, and then all you have to do is put a shirt over him, and make sure it's a material that's elastic, something that will bounce back, because otherwise he's gonna look terrible. You want something that's form-fitting. Same thing with the legs, and I'll show you the stitchings. They aren't the greatest because I don't have a sewing machine, so I'm just stitching it by hand, but I'll show you guys. Okay, from the back you can see they're actually pretty terrible because I don't have a sewing machine, and I don't do this often. It's just once in a while I want to create a custom cape or something for Batman, but this time I saw it on I saw someone did, and saw someone made this, and I thought it was simple enough of a task that I could do myself. So basically you need something that's fabric that's going to be able to bounce back, and just make it really tight and then stitch it together. It's best you flip it over and then stitch it the other side, and then flip it back over, and then just slide this whole thing up. And the same with this side. You can see this side is not as tight as the other side. You can see this is really tight. Oh shit, did I just poke through it? There's a hole there. Then see, you can see there's still some stretching I could have done better this leg, but from the front he looks fine. And then on the back, with this shirt, I made it into a one piece. Basically, the arms and the chest itself, they're all one piece. Because normally when you make when you buy a shirt, the sleeves are stitched on separately, but that's gonna be too hard for me to do. So I decided to go with the whole thing in just one piece. But once you stitch it together, basically it's just T. Basically that's how the shirt will look. Basically just a T shape across and then down. And I had the fabric from back covered over, so there won't be any stitching on top. And the only stitching you're gonna see is under the arm, right there, to the side. Same thing with the other side. And once you created that shirt, you're gonna have to cut open one section of it for him to be able to put this on. Because without taking off the arms, there's no way you could put on a shirt and not create a seam here. So once you got him to put on this shirt backwards, because you're stitching up the back side of him. Let's stitch all that back up, and then pop the head back on, pants pull back up, the belt back on, shoes on, gloves on, and you'll have a fully clothed Batman. I also did one more modification. It's a very simple one. Anyone could do it. It's basically not to give him cross eyes. Just when you first get him out of the box, most likely he'll look cross-eyed. But it is because the cowl itself, this section right here, this inner section right here, is just too far out. So what you want to do is heat up the face portion with the hairdryer a little bit, and then use your fingers to bend this section inward, this section inward a little bit, and then it'll take shape. It'll keep that shape, and you won't have cross-eyed Adam West Batman. At the end of the day, would I recommend this figure? Yes, I would recommend this figure if you could overlook the exposed joints, because they're really horrendous to look at. But if you're a die-hard 1966 Batman, the Adam West version, then yeah, definitely get it. And if you're not, you're on the fence because all those ugly joints, then I highly suggest you do this custom work for this Batman. If I could do it, I'm sure a lot of people could do it too. You just gotta have patience, and just when you're stitching it, if you don't have a sewing machine, just take time stitching it together, do it properly, and you'll be able to have this result. So yeah, there's the Batman 1966 Adam West Batman by NECA. Thanks for watching.